Friendship. Foundation of friendship.
Without a
Period.
doubt.
Point blank. You got a friend you love and you respect. Period. Point blank. You end up in a relationship that's still the foundation of friendship, and that is it
If
for
you can,
everybody.
yes, if you can laugh with someone, you can live a long time with someone. You can get through almost anything if you can laugh together.
Always remember, one man's 2-year relationship is another man's one-night stand. Play it safe, fellas.
Now look, this right here is crazy. These two met on the job. They were journalists who was working for Good Morning America. At the time, they both were in marriages for over a decade. Now, fellas, you all know women be going at work on every single level. You know why? Because women spend more time at work than with you. So here's the thing. Your girl wakes up every day and go to work and she get excited to see her work husband. That's who she's going to spend the prime time of the day with. So the chances of your girl cheating on you with a man at the job is extremely high. And there's nothing you could do about it because they will develop chemistry. That's just the reality. Now, as far as my boy, and I always tell you guys, you got to treat a bird like a bird. Now, this is the man who is in a funny situation because he knows the type of woman this is. Even though he left his wife and she left her husband and they got together, she's still who she is. The worst thing a man could do is feel special like this can't happen to me. So now he's in this weird relationship with this woman and you could tell he don't see her as a wife, but at the same time, they both destroyed their marriages. So it's like, what do? Y'all got fired from the job. So the only thing left to do is like, yo, let's just be together. Misery loves company. But the problem is, I could tell he's not really into her. She's just a chick at the job that you were smashing. I could tell by the energy.
For me, TJ Holmes, to end up in a loving relationship and want to marry Amy Robach, I'm shocked.
Okay.
Yo, being shocked about the woman that you're with, bro, is wild. Look, fellas, you can't turn a side chick into a main. It never works out. And I'm just keeping it real because think about this. This is a chick he was smashing at the job. This is a chick that he never had to put work in to smash. Do you understand that? He didn't have to put no work in to get with her. So now he's about to put her on a pedestal by making her his wife when he only knows her as a side chick. Just think about that, bro. So you already know deep down inside he really don't want to be with her and he's just in a funny situation right now. But again, this is a chick this man was having fun with from his job. And now he's trying to turn his side chick into his main chick. How is that possible?
We have no idea when we had a first date because we have for 10 years been going out. Let's go grab a drink, go have lunch,
Yeah.
we have been doing that from the jump. So at one point, we didn't go out to eat and say, hey, we're dating now. This is our first date. No, we just kept it flowing and it was just such an organic thing. Yes, we are a couple who has zero clue and cannot name a single restaurant, day, or time that we had a first date.
We don't even have an anniversary. We've talked about it. Like, what day should we celebrate us? I don't know.
We could just pick one. Pick them all.
Do you know how hard it is to pretend to like a woman that you don't respect? Because we got to keep it real. You was the man that she was doing her husband dirty with. So even if you want to lie to yourself, the reality will always be right in front of you. Like, this is the same chick. This is the same woman. And it's hard to love a woman that you watch do a man dirty. It's hard to really have real affection for a woman who was your side chick for over 10 years. Listen to what he just said, bro. Him and this chick been going out for drinks after work for over 10 years. Now, you all know how that relationship goes with your coworkers for drinks after work. Y'all know we go for drinks, we go smash, and you go home to your husband, I'll go home to my wife. That's usually how it goes. So think about sharing that type of relationship with a woman for 10 years. And then now you got to wife that woman. That's tough. So I think with him, he's just there for the benefit at this point. Maybe business wise, it makes sense to be with her. So I'm pretty sure he probably got this weird type of relationship with her.
The most important thing you both value in your relationship?
Yeah, I would go with friendship. That was always the foundation. As long as that's there, I think we're going to be okay. We hear it all the time. People get married and then say, she's my best friend and all this. You don't hear as often that someone actually marries their best friend. Like, we were best friends first and then the relationship happened. So to have that foundation is critical. I said, before we even start our relationship, I say, hey, if this is going to sacrifice or hurt our friendship, I cannot lose you as a friend. I would sacrifice a relationship with you, but I have to keep a friendship with you.
I bet. Smart man. But this dude is so cold. He sat there and looked at her husband in his face and told her husband that they are both his favorite people. And whole time, this man was smashing his wife.
It's a love story like none other you're about to hear about, folks. This is the part of the show. Really, we joke, we laugh, we're having a good time here, but these are absolutely two of my favorite people on the planet. So, of course, you all know Amy Robach and her husband here, Andrew Shue, who's a dear, dear friend as well. Well, even though they're having fun here and they can smile and laugh and hug and kiss, these are two folks who got together, both divorced, and also she had 2 girls, he had 3 sons, and that family came together. Wasn't always easy. It wasn't always easy, but now here they are. So check this story out.
It's a dirty game out here. Get this. This chick was already divorced when she met her second husband. Whole time, this guy is her second husband. So she had 2 divorces, and now she's with you? That is crazy. This is why I always tell you guys, you can't save a bird. A bird will always make her way back to the streets. This is the second man who saved her. She already had 2 marriages. Now she's trying to get this guy to marry her, which is crazy. So I already know there's no way in his right mind he's trying to marry this woman. But he did say he's trying to marry her, so...
So here's what I would say. We did not enter this relationship for fun or for, let's see what happens. We entered this relationship because we intended on spending our lives together.
Okay. I want to marry you. In part. Right? I'm saying that out loud.
Yeah.
I want to marry you because you are 50 and I'm 46. And
you had to point that out.
Very sick of introducing you, a 50-year-old woman. This is my girlfriend. That just sounds stupid.
But thank you for noting the age difference.
Now, I understand the need for him to say the right things, right? Because they are both public figures, and based on brand deals and things like that, you got to watch what you say, right? Now, they are trying to turn something bad into something good to win the people over. And they've been doing an okay job of that, because there are a lot of people who are damn near forgetting, like, yo, you forgot she cheated on her husband and he did his wife dirty. Because now people are trying to be inspired by their relationship. But nevertheless, in the back of his mind, she is still who she is. And it's going to be hard for him to find himself to marry this woman, because he was in the player position. Once he married her, now you're in the sucker position. So I know deep down inside, in his gut, he's having cold feet.
How's the wedding planning going?
It's, you know what, it's going, there's no pressure to do it. I mean, we've been there, done that kind of a thing, and we're in a point of our lives that we can enjoy being engaged and being happy. We have a desire to be together, but there's no pressure to sign anything. It's kind of a liberating place to be in. We are loving where we are right now.
Can I share a story?
Uh-oh.
Just the other day, TJ walked in the room and he said, let's get married right now. And then he went to go make himself a drink, and he came back, he goes, never mind, let's enjoy being engaged. And I thought that was cool. And that's exactly where we are, enjoying being engaged.
That is a true story. That is a true story.
That's a man who came to his senses. What happened is he remembered the type of woman that she is. He had a flashback like, oh shit, man, she been cheating on her husband for 10 years with me. What am I doing? And that's the whole thing about being with a woman that you know is a bird. You will never get over the fact that she is a bird. So you will never be able to be in a real relationship with her. It got to be beneficial somehow to keep you around. That's why he keep emphasizing friendship. She's like my best friend because that's the only thing that could keep him around this woman. But in his position, I think the best thing for him to do is walk away and find peace. Because in so many words, if you listen to him throughout this video, he's pretty much telling her, I'm not that into you, but you're beneficial. Because you got to think, right? The way society is, like, let's say if he left his wife and she left her husband and he just smashed her and he didn't try to engage to her and things like that, because so many other women out there support this chick from seeing her on TV every morning, it might also affect his brand if he was to do her like that. Pretty much do her how he's supposed to actually do her. Because in all reality, man, messing with this bird cost him his family and his wife. The thing about Shorty, she was already on to her second husband. He just cost her a husband. He didn't really cost her a family because if I'm not mistaken, she had 2 daughters prior to her second husband. Her 2 daughters, I believe, is from her first husband. So if you ask me, he lost way more than she lost. She was just doing her. She's a fun girl. That energy will never leave her. And the worst thing he could do is turn this woman into his wife. That's going to be the biggest mistake of his life. But I believe he's a player, so he might know better. And he's smart. He understands the importance of stalling her. That's why he engaged to her like, okay, let me do some PR here. Let me get engaged to her so we could look like we are a real couple and stuff like that. But this man is in a bad position right now. He's in the process of trying to turn a known bird into a housewife. Crazy. Look, fellas, be wise out here.
If you haven't yet, go get you some of that merch. You all already know, don't feed the birds. That's what it is. We don't feed the birds over here. So if you rock with your boy, go get you some of that good merch.